Hey YouTube, I'm going to title this video Taming the Honda Trail125's grips. You guys probably already know that these grips that come from the factory are pretty harsh. The waffle top on the top of the grips kind of digs in your hand. I notice even with my gloves on I can feel it. Pretty uncomfortable after a while, and it's letting quite a bit of vibration go through to your hand. I don't know if these little end caps have much weight to them. These bar ends, I'm thinking they don't. So even with my crossbar brace, I'm catching a lot of vibration in comparison to my Monkey and my XT250. Motorcycling Adventures with Migliotto did a really good video on the grip puppies. So after I watched his video and installation, I decided to order myself a set. It seemed like the easiest solution to the grip vibration that I have, and I looked at replacing the grips altogether, but these bar ends presented an issue. The new grips, I would have had to cut circles out of the end, and I didn't really feel like doing that. I just wanted a simple fix. So in his video, he details how to use soap and water to get these grips on. I wanted to try a different technique to get the grips on, the grip puppies on, without using soap and water that I saw on YouTube and also on the reviews on Amazon for them, which was using zip ties. So after I trimmed them, here's what I did. You can see all the zip ties. It's supposed to help slip the grip on without having to use soap and water, air, or any of those other things. I did this side first as an experiment to see if I could even do it, and I will say it took a lot of brute strength, and I wanted to take care not to rip the foam, and it worked. So it really does work. It took a while. I'm going to see if I can do the throttle side for you guys, and you can watch me do it. I'm going to go ahead and get the zip ties off of my other side, and hope I don't knock my camera off. There we go. We'll see if we can get it done. Took quite a few zip ties. The circumference. But hey, no cleanup. Just taking the zip ties out here, and I've already pre-cut the throttle side grip. I'm really hoping that it goes on without a bunch of fight because of the throttle tube moving around. I probably should do the throttle side first. I'm going to try and use more zip ties on the throttle side to give it absolutely as much coverage as possible. I used three different things to try. And cut this foam. And no matter what thing I used, the end of the foam, it came out a little bit jacked up and cockeyed, you know, in comparison to the nice end from the factory. I tried to use one of these type of knives, and it just was jacked up. So I had to end up cleaning up the cut with my scissors. The last thing I found in the kitchen was one of these clever cutters. So if you guys happen to have one of these in the kitchen, it actually did cut pretty straight. You can see how it's different than scissors. You can just come down and work it onto the foam in a straight line, and it keeps a straight line. So this worked pretty good as far as cutting the foam. You had to kind of squeeze down on it. It doesn't cut like scissors. You just had to like clamp down. So let's see if we can do this on video for you guys. I was a little bit skeptical. I've already pre-cut this, as you can see. So you start it. I'm going to put over on that side. I had the coarse zip tie side against the rubber. This time I'm going to try and put the smooth side against the rubber in hopes that it goes on a bit easier. Hopefully this video doesn't take forever. I'm sure it'll be boring for you guys. Start one. It'd be easier to go this. No. Actually, I'm going to try this. I'm going to put a couple in. Sorry if you guys can't see my hands. Just putting a couple in advance. Try and keep the smooth side out. Smooth side in, rather. All right. What ends up happening, or at least what happened over there on the other side, was this right here was the challenge, getting these over that. That's why I want to use as many as possible. What happened on the other side was the zip ties wanted to migrate. So if you look these up on Amazon, you'll see where somebody used like a complete giant bag full of zip ties. And now I know why. Because it stops them from migrating as much. Now it's wanting to be a pain. I was looking at the H2C bar end weights as well to add to this. I put in a question to these deals to ask them if they thought that the bar end weights, the H2C ones, were heavier than these stock bar end weights, if they are even weights. And I believe the advertisement said something like 4 kilograms or something, or 4.76 kilograms. I don't know if that was for both of them or just one. So I'll let you guys know what the answer is that I get. I got a few more of these. So I'm gonna keep adding them to, in hopes that it goes on easier than the other side did, because that other side was tough. Alright. There's the last one. here's the last one I dropped. Put it in wrong. Like I said, I want to stick to having the smooth side against the foam. If that helps. So now I'm going to pull these back out some to try and give the foam room to ride these zip ties all the way on. All right. So let's see if you guys can see how much is sticking out there and there. So here we go. If I don't drop my phone first. All right, let's see if this works. I can tell you right now that this side is going on way easier than the other side. And of the two sides, I would think this would be the harder side. Get in there. It is a workout. You see, we're making progress. It's wearing me out though. I'd probably say it'd probably be easier using soap and water. Probably would be. But hey, I wanted to try out this zip tie theory. And almost there. I may have to trim a little bit more of this foam off. That might be what the hole is. All right. All right. All right, so we got it. Let's pull these out. I was scared to trim too much of the end off. be careful pulling these zip ties out so you don't do it and cut the foam. Make sure you keep them as flat as possible. I can see what I did right here. I think that's what I did. It's actually rolled some of the grip up. I was thinking I needed to cut some of the foam, but I don't think that's the case. Let me set this down. Here's what happened. My grip rolled, so I didn't need to cut more of the foam. Actually, I pushed the foam on too far. I had to adjust it back some, which I hope I can do. Son of a bitch. Well, the technique works. Definitely works, but you know, it's just I don't have the strongest hands in the world. I mean, I do have pretty good grip strength, don't get me wrong. But hey, we did it, look. Check that out. And so as far as the circumference goes, I've heard some reviews complaining about it makes the grip too big around. I don't think that's the case with these guys. I've got small hands, and my hands have no problem gripping on here. It already feels so much better than that waffle top. And I think these are gonna constrict down maybe a little bit, as you use them and squeeze on them. They're gonna tighten down. And you can see the cut was really good. I put the factory cut on the outside because it just looks more tapered than my cut. It was very hard to even try and get this cut exact. I couldn't. It was a little jacked up. Same thing on the other side. So let's let me see if I can measure this for you and tell you what the circumference is with the grip on. Looks like it's going to be the circumference with the grip. Sorry guys, I'm not the best with this freaking little tape measure. So it's close to the circumference all the way around. It's close to like 5.5 inches, maybe a little bit less. But that's without squeezing or anything. That's just wrapping it around. And so yeah, around 5.5 inches circumference. So it doesn't make it extremely big. These grips are so small on the 7/8 bars anyway. So I will give you guys an update and let you know how they go. Once again, for a better installation video, go to Motorcycle Adventures with Miglioto. I apologize if I said that wrong. But the zip tie theory does work, guys. You saw it in action. And I think The zip tie theory works even easier if you're just installing regular grips on bars and you're replacing your stock grips and just cutting them off, and you're just putting the regular grips on a metal bar. But I really wanted to try it with the foam grips, and that's it. And they're on there rock solid too, guys. They're not, there's no twisting. I don't feel any twisting problems with them or rolling. And I did ask Motorcycle Adventures with Migliotto if he had any issues with his rolling or peeling backward or anything like that, and he said 0 problems. He loves his. So I encourage you once again to watch his video. I'm not trying to steal his thunder by any means. This video was mostly, you know, just to see if we could do it with the zip ties, and we did. You watched me do it. So that's it. I'll catch you guys next time. I'll let you know how these are after I take them out for a ride. See ya.